Hi there, and welcome to Essential Oils Made Easy, the July 2020 edition. I'm just going to share my screen and jump into the presentation. Just want to thank you all for being here. There we go. And as always, I like to share my intention for this class. And truly, with any of our classes, the goal is for you to feel empowered. And I believe, especially during the season when so many things have been chaotic and out of our control and just really difficult in so many ways to navigate, to be able to feel empowered in any area of your life, particularly your health and wellness. I hope this is a gift, not only to your health and wellness, but to all other areas of your life. Hopefully that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of confidence will be able to spill over beyond this hour and into all the other areas of your life. Bless. Let's pray for that to happen. I know that's what's happened for me as I navigate these troubling times. I come back to all of my health and wellness tools, including my essential oils, over and over again to help bring me back to center and help me to focus, help me to just align my body, mind, and my spirit with truth and move forward from there. And so hopefully, whether you're just either dipping your toe in the waters of essential oils this evening, or if you're here as a seasoned user for some refreshment, I'm thrilled that you're here. And in either case, I hope that you love just hearing more about the basics of what essential oils can do for you. And so tonight we're going to cover three things. First is 3 cool things about essential oils. Second is 3 ways to use your oils. And third is how to get oils into your home. Very important. So let's jump in, and as is our theme for July, let's make a splash. I want to begin by inviting everyone to just take a moment to write down your top health concerns. You might also look at this as your top health goals. You can approach it from either direction if you have some things that are bothering you that you want to address, or if you have some key areas that you just want to grow in or improve the health that you have currently. I would like you to jot down your top 3, and that just helps you focus your mind, come into just being present to the class, and kind of train your ear for what's going to be most important to you. I'm going to cover our top essential oils, but you may not need to listen to every detail about each one. And so this way, you're going to be listening for those that are going to be most helpful to you and just really focus in on that information that's most important to you. So take a moment and jot down your top 3. And you may also want to, in preparation for this class, grab some paper and a pencil and pen, a beverage. I've got my grapefruit in my water right here. And also, since we're doing this class virtually, I invite you to grab your own essential oils. I've got my little case right here. And because, since we don't have smell-o-vision, I'd love for you to be able to experience the oils with me as we talk about them. Okay, so let's do 3 cool things about essential oils. You're welcome to screenshot this screen or take notes from it. We're going to sit on this screen for just a little while. This is probably the most information I'm going to give you in this class is coming from this screen. So let's start with safety. The first cool thing about essential oils is that they're safe. They're either steam distilled or cold pressed from lots of different parts of either plants, trees, or the rinds of citrus fruits. Now, it's very important who you get your essential oil from and how they harvest it and distill it and package it and bring it to you. And so we're only going to be talking about doTERRA essential oils this evening. And you are going to love the fact that we harvest our oils sustainably only where they grow indigenously on our planet. So that means we go wherever in the world these beautiful plants and trees and fruits grow, and we work with the growers, whether it be just a small family grower or a large farm or plantation. We work with the people who love our plants and who have been loving on them for generations. And they know everything there is to know about soil and climate and temperature. So they're harvesting responsibly at the peak of perfection and bringing us the absolute highest quality essential oils. And they also know when the plants and trees need to rest. And so they're not over harvesting. They're always doing it in a sustainable manner so that our essential oils are going to be available to us for generations to come. And that's just, it's just a point of such high integrity and something I absolutely love about being in alignment with doTERRA. And I hope you love that too. So I also want to mention our CoImpact Sourcing. So when we partner with these growers around the world, we do so through a program that is unlike any other. We're the only company who's going to be talking to you about CoImpact Sourcing. And what that means is they're not only providing to us the highest quality essential oils on the planet, but then we are showing love back to their communities. In a lot of these cases, we're going into third world or impoverished parts of our world, and they long for things like clean water, access to medical care, education for boys and girls, infrastructure like roads and bridges. And these are ways that we can give back to those communities, and we love doing so. So I want to guide you to a website called sourcetoyou.com. It's SOURCETOYOU, so all three words spelled out, no periods or spaces in between, sourcetoyou.com. On one side of the website, you're going to see these beautiful stories of how we partner with all of our supply chain partners, from sourcing the oil to delivering the bottle to your home. And then on the other side of the website, you're going to be able to look at the bottom of any essential oil bottle you have, and you'll find a batch code, and you can plug that in to the website and access all the testing reports associated with this batch containing this bottle of oil that you now possess. And so you have access then to the amazing testing. doTERRA does 3 tiers of testing, including 8 different categories of tests and more than 50 individual tests to help us arrive at what we call CPTG, or Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Quality Essential Oil. That's the highest standard in the world today. And what that means to you in layman's terms is that doTERRA is not adding anything and they're not taking anything out. And the importance of that statement and that practice and that adherence to these testing standards is that every time you pull out this bottle in your home, you're going to get the same result over and over again. I wouldn't want to teach this class if I felt like I couldn't guarantee that you're going to end up getting the results that I'm telling you about as I teach. So because of the integrity, because of the potency, because of the purity, I can teach a class like this where we move into an experience of peppermint oil, where I'm going to invite you to just pull out your bottle right now, put a drop in your palm, rub that together, breathe it in, and you have this powerful experience where your airways just open up. If you want to rub a little bit on the back of your neck, it's going to cool your body temperature, which is wonderful for summer. I always open a class with peppermint essential oil because it not only opens up your airways so that you're able to experience the wonderful aromatherapy that tonight is going to be for you, but it also opens up your mind so you can receive new information, store it, and recall it later when you need it. So peppermint's perfect for any class environment, or if you're studying at home for school or work, just want to remember something important. And tonight I thought would be fun, since this is the July issue of our Essential Oils Made Easy class, I thought that I would just share my favorite summer uses for each of these top 10 oils that we will spotlight as we go through. So for peppermint, I've actually already said it. It's great for cooling your body temperature. I like to keep it next to my bed, so if these 95-degree days that we tend to have lately are heating you up, or if you're having hot flashes at night, like some of us, you might want to keep this right by your bed, or you might want to combine it with some distilled water and just make a handy spray to take with you when you're out running around or you're off on adventures with your family. So just going to breathe that in one more time. And just enjoy that for a moment, and the peace of mind that you get knowing that you're not only enjoying it right now, but you're going to enjoy that same experience and those same results every time you open the bottle. And that brings us to our second cool thing about essential oils, which is they are effective. Now, some of you, if you're experiencing your peppermint along with me, you might say, you've already had an experience of how effective it is. I once taught a class where we passed around peppermint, very first thing, talked about some of the benefits, and about partway through the class, someone raised their hand and apologized for interrupting, but said, may you please pass the peppermint again, because my body temperature is rising and I'm feeling uncomfortable, and I know you said it could help me with this, and I would like to try it. And then I will report back to the class. And I was so happy to pass back the bottle of peppermint. It was a large room of people, more than probably 20, 25 people in the room. We had fans going, but it was very warm. And on top of that, she was having a hormone issue. And so this poor woman was suffering. We passed her the peppermint right away. And within 30 seconds to 1 minute, she raised her hand again and stood up and said, I cannot believe I'm about to say this to you, but I'm already feeling relief. Normally, I would be sitting here red-faced and sweating and embarrassed for at least 30 minutes. And I already have relief, and I'm shocked. I can't believe it, but I'm so excited. Thank you for sharing your peppermint with me. I am a believer. So what an amazing experience to have in a class. Maybe one of you is having that experience right now while you're watching. I hope so. Glory. I love those stories. And as fun as they are to share when they're someone else's story, they're even more fun and more exciting when they're yours. So please keep trying these essential oils. Take my recommendations, smell them, experience them as we go through the class. And I would love to hear back from you what you are experiencing. So under our number 2 cool thing about essential oils is how effective they are. And so it's great to share stories, but sometimes we also wonder, why are they effective? And so I'll just direct your attention to that little cell in the middle of your screen, the little cartoon drawing of a cell inside our bodies. And so the couple of wavy lines there at the edge are an example of the essential oils accessing the interior of the cell. On the outside of the cell, the little jelly bean shaped thing is a bacteria, and I'm sure you recognize on the inside of the cell is a virus. And when you compare our essential oils to modern medicines, what's unfortunate about our modern medicines is that they're created in a lab, ironically imitating plants and plant material, but the closest they can come still results in a product that's too large to access our cells. And unfortunately, they end up wiping out anything good going on along with anything bad going on. So the end result, even though a modern medicine might get rid of some bad guys for you, they're also going to be getting rid of the good guys. So the end result is going to be a decline in your immune system, in your overall health and wellness. Whereas our essential oils, as you can tell, they're accessing the interior of the cell. They're chemical compounds, and so that means they can move freely throughout your entire body, just like your hormones can, just like your emotions can. They can access wherever they want. And because they're derived from plants, They are spoken into being just like our bodies. They're divinely created just like our bodies. So our bodies recognize these powerful plant extracts as they're moving through. They recognize them, they honor them, and they allow them to do what they do. So they give them access to the interior of our cells and allow them to perform powerfully on our behalf. I'm just going to give you a little taste of chemistry right now because of these three groups of essential oils, or three categories of essential oils. And there are many more, and there can be a much more complicated explanation, but I'm just going to go high level here and tell you about these three basic classifications of essential oils. The first one being phenylpropanoids. And these guys, among other things, are specially programmed to clean receptor sites. So you see where those wavy lines are entering the cell? They're actually accessing the interior of the cell through what's known as a receptor site. And a receptor site is kind of like a lock. And so not just anyone can access the interior of the cell. It's got to be either a hormone or an emotion or an essential oil with the right key to unlock that receptor site and access. And so some of our essential oils are especially designed to clean receptor sites, so they're always going to be welcome there. Then the second category is called sesquiterpenes, and these guys are especially programmed to either erase or delete any bad information that they find inside your cells. So those are especially handy to have on hand. And then finally, monoterpenes is our third category, and they are specially designed to reprogram and reestablish the interior of your cell to a healthy state. So let me just help you wrap your mind around this and kind of bring together why I would go into this level of detail. I want you to know how important it is that the scientists who work at doTERRA are not just aromatherapists. They're chemists and botanists and biologists and physicists and on and on and on. And they care not only about how amazing our blends smell when we open them up and experience them aromatically. I'm never disappointed. But they're also looking at the chemistry. And so in some cases now, you don't have to be surprised because they are looking at the chemistry in order to get all three of those categories into as many oil blends as possible so that you may experience results that are not only instant, but sometimes also permanent. Hallelujah. So let me see, let's talk about On Guard just briefly. This is one of our most powerful blends. It's an immune support blend. We call it the protective blend. Just want to breathe that in, do a drop in your palm. Any oil that you feel like you want to experience, certainly breathe it out of the bottle, but also invite you to just put a drop in your hands, rub them together, and breathe that in. That gives you an instant boost to your immune system. And so, as promised, some of my favorite ways to use On Guard this summer, you could just do a drop under your tongue for an instant immune boost. We've been having fun making our own hand soap and hand sanitizer. And you can also, if you're wearing a mask in public, put a couple of drops on the inside of your mask before putting that on, and then it becomes your own personal diffuser while you're out and about. And then finally, let's look at the third cool thing about essential oils, and that is they are affordable. So I want to do a quick count the cost comparison with something that I think is probably familiar to most people and most families. So we're going to talk a little ear discomfort. And let's just quickly walk through what the traditional experience with our modern Western healthcare system looks like. So we've got an experience of ear discomfort at home. We are going to schedule a doctor appointment, and then we're going to wait. And then the day and time of the appointment, we are going to drive there. We are going to stand in line and pay a copay, and then we're going to wait. Then we're probably going to have a conversation with multiple people, maybe a nurse and then a doctor, and then we're going to wait, and then we're going to get a diagnosis. And more than likely in this case, we're going to get a prescription. And so once we get that, we are going to drive to a pharmacy, and then we're going to wait. And then when it's our turn in line, we are going to pay again, and then we're going to get our medication, at which point we're going to drive it home, one more waiting, and then we're going to apply it. And so best case scenario, you're putting an antibiotic into the system, which is going to result in both short-term and long-term effects on your immune system. And best case, you only experience the short-term side effect of a reduction in your overall health and wellness, a decline in your immune system. Worst case, you're going to experience those long-term effects of resistance. Depending on how often you have this ear discomfort issue and you're going back and applying more and more antibiotics, your body can develop resistance. And then ultimate worst case scenario would be that using antibiotics either becomes a life-threatening issue, or something simple becomes a life-threatening issue because antibiotics are no longer available to you to be able to address something really serious, like more of a life or death situation. So our end result here is kind of a vicious cycle where we become more and more dependent on our healthcare system as our costs rise. As one issue leads to another and we continue to address with either medication or surgery, it just creates a loop of dependence on that healthcare system. So now let's compare that with an essential oil approach. Dose for your ear discomfort is going to be a couple drops each of lavender and tea tree essential oil. Tea tree is also known as melaleuca. And so if you have a bottle on hand, it might say either tea tree or melaleuca. And a couple drops of each of these oils is going to cost 32 cents. And so that's your cost per dose. And just to give you some context, you're going to get 250 drops of oil in each one of these bottles. And your bottles are never going to expire. Just keep them in a cool, dry place. So if you think about 500 drops of oil right here, you've got all of the doses that you're going to need for ear discomfort for somebody's lifetime in just one purchase of each bottle of these essential oils. Beyond all of that, as far as affordability goes, you're going to be able to apply them in a very comfortable and convenient way. So just walking you through, you can either apply the essential oils to the outside of the ear, or you can use a cotton ball and just put your couple drops of oil on the cotton ball and then nest it inside. Your loved one gets the benefit of your touch, and you get to stay at home where everyone is always going to be most comfortable. The convenience starts when the issue first occurs and goes all the way through to deciding which oils to use, addressing the issue, and then recovering in the comfort of your own home. We like to say with a book and a box, I always recommend having a resource book. This is my favorite. This is Modern Essentials, but there are several that you can refer to, and there are several that I love and refer to on a regular basis, but that's my go-to. With your book and box of oils, you're going to be able to address at least 80% of the most common concerns, ailments, issues, whatever you want to call them, that are going to come up in your home. And so what you're experiencing on a regular basis is a decline in your healthcare costs because you're just investing proactively in your health. And these tools are always, the end result is always raising the level of your health and wellness. So your fitness, your energy, your vibrancy is always on the increase. You're always getting stronger and healthier and feeling better. And so your healthcare costs are going down. And as we just talked about, that that powerful combination of categories of essential oils going into your body, the phenylpropanoids, the monoterpenes, and the sesquiterpenes, you know you're becoming more and more healthy and more free the longer you live this kind of wellness lifestyle. And so that's what we're inviting everyone to tonight. If you've enjoyed this segment of the class, but you'd like to learn more, I want to direct you to doTERRA.com. They've done just a fantastic job developing our website. You want to go to the Discover tab, and then you can have a refresh of what I've shared tonight, what essential oils are and how to use them. You can also tap into a wealth of product education, links to events, and our blogs. So I always like to make sure you have that doTERRA.com to reference after the class. And as promised, with just some fun summer tips for these oils, there's probably more than 100 ways to use any of our essential oils, but I thought it would be fun just to hit on some of the summer uses. So for lavender, my favorite thing is all things burns and stings. So I always keep lavender in my healthy first aid kit. And if there's anything causing skin irritation like a burn or a sting, lavender is my go-to. And you can just use it straight from the bottle. Neat on the skin is totally fine. Or I also like to put it into a bottle with some distilled water, a spray bottle, because it's very soothing if you get a little too much sun. Just takes the sting out of that immediately as well. And then melaleuca or tea tree, of course, just for all things skin and an air purifier. I love when I clean my home to use tea tree, lemon, and lime in my diffuser and in my steam mop. And so that's not only cleansing surfaces, but purifying the air. My house always smells amazing. So I hope you like those couple of use tips. So let's move on to the second section of our class, and this is 3 ways to use your doTERRA essential oils. And notice I'm distinguishing once again that we're talking about doTERRA because you see on there in the 3rd panel, we're going to discuss internal use. And you only ever want to internalize your doTERRA oils. You don't want to do that with any other brand, which could be harmful, toxic to your body, to your brain, to your emotions. You don't want to go there. So we're just talking about doTERRA here. So our first use is aromatic. We've already experienced that in a number of ways, just smelling directly from the bottle. We've got our own built-in diffusers in our hands, or you may use an actual diffuser, just a couple drops of your oil in the water and you're good to go. And you can see the benefits of each of these different applications listed for you on the screen. And I'm going to cover a couple safety tips as we go as well. So specific for topical application, I've got a couple of handy recommendations here. If you want to apply the oils topically, we love our fractionated coconut oil. It doesn't have a scent, so it's completely plain, pairs well with any oil, as is our lotion, which is so genius. This is one of the most moisturizing and hydrating lotions, and it's completely plain, totally unscented, so you can pair it with whatever essential oil you want to use. And in the summer, I'm always mindful of sun sensitivity, which you're going to get with a lot of our citrus oils. So instead of using a traditional citrus oil, like I might love to use my wild orange and lavender together, in the summer, I switch over to green mandarin, which is not sun sensitive or photosensitive. So that's a great pair with the lotion. Topically, why do we talk about diluting? And I just want to make sure you're clear that dilution is not taking away from the efficacy of the oil. We just talked about how powerful just 1 drop of essential oil can be. And so we don't want to necessarily use more drops than we need. And especially if we're spreading our oil over a large area, we want to be able to just put 1 or 2 drops of essential oil into some type of carrier so that we can then spread it over a larger area, say the back or down your legs, for example. We also want to address if an oil is particularly cold or hot. You might experience some topical sensitivity. Like we just talked about On Guard, I would describe it as a warm oil. So most people are going to want to dilute that. And what that does is just slow the absorption rate into your skin. So once again, you're not decreasing the efficacy of the oil, you're just slowing the absorption rate. So your peppermint is not going to feel as cool, your On Guard is not going to feel as warm, you're not going to have that sensitivity on your skin while the oil is absorbing in. Still doing everything you want it to do, just not having any discomfort while you're doing it. And so just a couple more safety tips. You would never want to put essential oils in your eyes, up your nose, or directly in your ear. Our oils are smart, and we just need to get them close. For the eye, I always follow the bone structure around. Those oils are going to sink in and get wherever they need to go without disturbing your eye or causing what I would describe as massive sensitivity if you were to try to put an oil directly in your eye. Please don't do that. Same with your ears. We talked about nesting a cotton ball or going around the outside. Those oils are going to find their way under the skin to exactly where they need to go to bring you comfort and relief. You don't need to put them in the ear canal, for example, where they just do not function properly, and then you're going to have an issue there. And then finally, with internal use, you're going to look at your bottle, and if an oil is approved for internal use, then it's going to have supplement facts on the side. This is my bottle of lavender, so you can see those supplement facts and you know it's safe to ingest. We only have a couple of bottles in doTERRA with safety lids, and so this is our deep blue, which I'll talk about in just a moment. You notice the safety cap on that. It's not a poison control situation, but this is to just remind you that this wouldn't be an oil that moves through the digestive system in a way that we would like. So if you were to ingest some of this, some people are not going to notice anything. Others may notice a little stomach discomfort. And so we just want to avoid that. Water break. Cheers to you. Moving on, I want to talk about briefly just a few more of our top 10 oils. And again, for tonight, I'm just going to cover some of my favorite summer uses. And I'm going to do this popcorn style because I don't want to spend a lot of time. I want to be conscious of our time together. And so I'm just going to give you popcorn style a few things I love about some more of our top 10 oils. First up, we have lemon. And so with each of these, you definitely want to take a moment and at least smell it from your bottle, if not put a drop in your palm and just experience it topically as well. And when I have 2 drops come out instead of 1, I just always say, ooh, my body needs some lemon. Or whatever oil you pick up that you might just get a little more than what you were expecting. I believe my body just knows and just pulls out of the bottle what it needs. And sometimes I'm just giving 1 drop and my body says, no, I want more. So you can see on the screen there, just in general, what lemon can do for you. My favorite summer use for lemon and all citrus oils is to put them in my water, because we do want to avoid photosensitivity, because lemon and most citrus oils are photosensitive. You wouldn't want to apply them to your skin and then have any sun exposure for 12 hours. So a great way to benefit from your citrus oils in the summer is to take them internally, and they taste absolutely delicious in water and then lots of fun recipes as well. Frankincense is up next. King of oils. We could go on and on and on about what frankincense does for you. How I'm using my frankincense this summer is for my deodorant. I'm actually using the Frankincense Touch, but you could use your bottle of frankincense as well and just put a couple drops in your palm. And if you don't understand what that last bullet point on your screen means and just the importance and the weight of it, please reach out to me or whoever invited you to watch this class, because it would be very important to have that explained to you. I won't go into the time it takes to explain it in this class, but if you don't know what it means, please do reach out to someone and give yourself the gift of understanding that, because there's a great reason why I would want to put some frankincense in my palm and rub it under my armpit where my lymph system is draining, and then maybe even swipe it across my breast at the same time. And that way I'm benefiting not only my lymph system, but also my breast health with this amazing oil. Next up is digestion, and it's very easy, I hope, to understand what you would do with this oil based on its name. It's good for all things digestive. And what you want to do is just take it with you wherever you go. If you're going out to restaurants now, or even to someone's backyard barbecue, you have a little something that maybe doesn't agree with you, this is all you need. You can put it in your water and drink it. I like to apply it topically right on the tummy, and in a matter of seconds, it brings relief. Deep Blue is another very self-explanatory oil. I showed you that it does have the safety cap on top. This is one of our #1 topical oils. And in the summer, I'm moving my body more, I'm getting out more, whether that means a workout or just a day of adventuring or working on our lawn, doing our mulch, whatever I'm into outdoors. If I have any type of muscle tension, this is what I'm going for in the evening to bring soothing relief to my muscles. And Breathe, another, I love that. You can almost always figure out what you're going to do with these blends. Breathe, absolutely gorgeous blend to support your respiratory system. This is another great one if you're going out and you're wearing a mask to apply on the inside to enjoy your own personal diffuser while you're out and about. Great aromatically to clean and purify the air in your home. Also wonderfully topically to just put right there on the chest. And it will have a cooling effect to it as well. And Wild Orange, my favorite way, and this is probably all times of the year. Every citrus oil, you know, is going to boost your energy, boost your mood, cleanse your body, cleanse your home. When I'm feeling down or I'm having any type of scarcity thoughts running through my mind, whether that just be like, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I'm not enough, or I'm not good enough, I just smell my wild orange right out of the bottle, and it brings me back to truth that we live in abundance and I have everything I need. And it just brings me right back, and it just lifts me up, and we call this sunshine in a bottle. And I love saying, if you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. So if you look out and it's a gloomy day, or if it's just a hard day for you and you need a little help finding the sunshine so that you can be the sunshine, right here, this is what I recommend. And finally, this is the last oil I'm going to spotlight and say a little prayer that I don't try to teach an entire class right now on this slide. But I'm so high on the adaptive blend and what it does for us. Oh my goodness, I just absolutely love this blend, and I'm using it through all the seasons in the same way. There's a whole system available to you. You have this oil, that's the blend in the bottle, perfect for diffusing. We have a roller version, which I put on my wrists and the back of my neck every day. And then we also have a supplement, which I take internally every day. And what I want to say about this oil, if you are addressing mental health needs and you're trying to use modern medication, what I've learned from people that I have helped is that if they're trying to settle something down, that a modern medication brings them down so much that they experience loss of personality. And so they might be calmed in a way, but they're calmed so much that they find themselves just sitting on the couch staring and not doing the things that they really want and love to do. And so a very undesired side effect. And then you also have the opposite, that if someone needs to be lifted up, a modern medicine 9 times out of 10 will bring them to a place of jittery energy, which maybe finds them doing things, becoming more busy, moving around just because their body feels like it has to be moving, but not necessarily to a place of focus or productivity that they can feel good about at the end of the day. So in either case, you're experiencing this weird adjustment that brings you out of who you are and further away from who you want to be. And so what I absolutely love about adaptive, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, is that I feel like it perfectly calms you down and lifts you up so that you are not operating in a frenzy, but you are the truest version and the best version of yourself that you can be. You are calmed down and also uplifted into a place of focus and productivity and just integrity with who you are and who you want to be. And so it can be used in the morning, it can be used in the evening, and totally be customized to whatever your needs are. But if you are looking for some support for your mental health this summer and going into the fall, I cannot recommend this oil highly enough. So hopefully I did okay there. I didn't talk too much, but I'm really excited about that oil and what it might be able to do for you. So either whoever invited you to the class, either myself or someone from the team, please reach out and ask more about that, get a sample, and see how it works for you. So what I want to do at this point in the class is revisit our top either health concerns or goals. And I want you to just take a moment and revisit those 3 things that you wrote down at the beginning, and then maybe match them up with 3 oils that we've talked about so far. Which oils would you be most interested in to start moving yourself in the direction of either addressing your concerns or reaching your goals? And while you do that, I want to talk about my favorite doTERRA product, which happens to be our #1 bestseller, is our LLV, or Lifelong Vitality Pack. And it might seem crazy that our #1 product is not an essential oil, but truly it is not. It is this pack of supplements, which is unlike anything else on the market. And if this is of remote interest to you, then I want to please invite you to watch an entire class that I do on this supplement pack, which goes into detail about what's in each of these 3 bottles and why you need this goodness in your life. But for this moment, just know that Greg and I are powered by this product every month. We wouldn't go a day without taking our dose. We are pretty religious about it because we experience everything that you see on your screen. I am not even kidding. This supplement is, in part, of course, along with my own choices, responsible for just changing who I am, bringing me back to a place of health and wellness and fitness and strength and just vibrant energy and more of who I am than I've ever been. It just feels amazing, and I want this as foundational health for everyone I know and love. So please learn all you need to learn. If you need a sample, reach out and get a sample. You definitely want the goodness of LLV in your life. And so let's start to wrap up the class. This is the 3rd and final section of our class. I want to show you how to get these amazing oils in your home. So first step, yes, you're going to see retail out there. I like to mention it because it exists. Maybe you go to a hair salon and they've got some products for sale, retail. So I wouldn't want you to scratch your head about that. It does exist, but that would be the most expensive way to buy your oils. And so we don't recommend that. It exists, but that's not for you and me. We want to go right to wholesale. We want that 25% discount every time we buy, just like we've got our Costco membership. And you can pay $35 for your first year and then $25 each additional year, knowing that when you pay your $25 for years 2 and beyond, you're going to get a free full-size bottle of peppermint. So your annual investment to keep your membership going is roughly $3. And I think that's well worth it. And so let me just say, just to be clear, because I get this question a lot, the initial investment is $35 for the year, not the month. And the ongoing investment is $25 for the year, not the month. And you get your free peppermint along with that. And so that brings your investment annually to about $3. But wait, there's more. You can have that $35 initial fee waived when you choose an enrollment kit. And so we'll talk about those briefly. And if you want to, after you've membered, we can talk more about our loyalty rewards program. And that's what you see there in number 3. That's how I buy my oils. I'm constantly earning points and getting access to all the freebies. So if you like free stuff, then make sure you ask me or whoever invited you how to take advantage of that once you enroll. So popcorn is how I did the essential oils earlier. Now this is going to be lightning round. I'm not going to go into the details of all the kits. You can see the pricing, the point value that goes with each of these kits as we click through. This Healthy Start kit is a wonderful way to get all the oils that we talked about tonight with the fun diffuser. Healthy Habits kit is great if you really want to incorporate the supplements and some of our top products and oils into your daily wellness plan. And if you choose this kit, I have a paper that outlines how to use everything during the different times of the day, so you can go step by step and know what you're going to use and when. And this provides the baseline. If there are some other favorites that you want to weave in, we can customize that for you. This is Healthy Essentials. We've got a little bigger diffuser here, and now you have the 15 milliliter versions of most of your favorite oils there. I love this kit because it's called Favorites for Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. Healthy Home Kit is perfect if you're ready to start swapping out a lot of the toxic products that you've just been buying off the shelf at the grocery store or online or what have you. You want to be eliminating toxins from your skincare, your hair care, your oral care, and start to green clean your home instead of using chemicals. This is where you want to start. And then Natural Solutions is the kit that I chose when Greg and I enrolled, and we have never regretted it. And if you were looking at that loyalty rewards program, like, yes, I'm all about freebies and I want to do an order every month and earn the maximum benefit. Oh gosh, what if I get this kit? Then I wouldn't need to order anything for a while. And that's never been the case. We've been doTERRA members for 10 years now, and we've ordered every single month for our entire membership. And the first 8 years, we were just product users, like so many people out there. And so we weren't being driven by the business. We were just honestly ordering what we needed every month because we brush our teeth every day and we do the laundry all the time. There's always something that you need to order. And you see there's just a fraction of our oils there. There's always a new oil that you're going to want to try. And so this is a brilliant way to start. You're going to look in your book for whatever comes up, and you're going to have more than what you need. You're going to have choices and options for how to boost your health and wellness based on what you have here. So we highly recommend this kit if you're serious about improving your health and wellness. Final kit that we're going to look at in this lightning round is Simple Solutions. And this is great because it's customizable. We've just got a few things built in there for you. So when you choose this, that $35 fee is waived, and then you can customize it with whatever you want. So these 4 together, your Deep Blue Rub, Lemon, On Guard, and Serenity, cover pain and inflammation, respiratory issues, cleaning and detoxifying, as well as mood boost and energy, also immune support and sleep support. So really all the top issues that most people experience are covered by those 4 things. And then you can just expand on, say, for example, go back to your list. What 3 things did you cover on your either health goals or concerns? And we can just flush out and give you some more support in those areas with more specific products. And there are some ideas there. If you want to add the kids' oils, or you want to focus on digestion, sleep, stress, mood, emotion, pain, discomfort, we can expand with additional oils, supplements, etc., to get you everything you need to get started with this kit. And so special, if you are watching this in July of 2020, then this is for you. If it's your moment to shine, you're ready to make your splash this month and invest in your health and wellness with your own membership, as long as you spend $150, which you can do with any of the kits that I explained even the customizable one, we'll just add a couple things to it, then you're gonna get 50 doTERRA dollars to spend in August. And just for fun, on this slide, gave a couple of ideas for how you might spend your $50 in August. You could enjoy a citrus explosion with 4 of our favorite citrus oils, which are great in beverages and summer recipes. Or you may want to focus in on happy kids. These are some of our best kid oils that would be perfect as you start to think about back to school, whatever that's going to look like in the fall. This little example shows Thinker for brain and focus, Stronger for immune systems, and Calmer for de-stress and rest. So wonderful combination of oils there for the kiddos. Just a couple of ideas. You could also save up your points. If you join Loyalty Rewards, you could keep those going and get even more as time goes on. And then we typically have 3 types of people who attend any of our classes. All of you are probably here because you're interested in living a wellness lifestyle, and we are so thrilled that you're here. Some of you who I want to speak to may have been thinking, as we've been going through the class, of people you would love to share these oils with. Maybe, oh my goodness, I need to get some of that for my mom, or I wonder if I could get a sample of that for my neighbor, or oh my goodness, my coworker needs to know more about this. She's tried everything and I think this could really help her. If those kind of thoughts were going through your mind, you're probably a sharer, and you'll have so much fun sharing. That's all I did. The first 8 years I was part of the doTERRA family. I shared everywhere I went with everyone I loved. I wasn't paying attention to the business whatsoever. That's not necessary. I was just sharing the love. And naturally, over the course of time, probably within my first, I'll have to look back, maybe 3-4 months, I was getting whatever I wanted in my monthly order paid for because of the residual income that just naturally occurs. So if you're interested in sharing, or if you're thinking, I want to do what Christy does, I'm excited about health and wellness. I love this concept of being empowered and feeling confident, helping myself first and then others, helping my family financially, in these uncertain times when, we just don't know. Is our paycheck secure? This one is. We can work from home. We can work wherever we are. And now more than ever, people want what we have. So this particular business is booming. You can work it on your own schedule. We can talk through all the details of that. We've got a business class coming up at the end of this month. It's going to be our 4th Tuesday in July on the 28th. You can catch it live or the recording. We would love for you to attend if you're more interested in that. And we can go through all the details of what makes this business so amazing, bringing you not only financial freedom, but time freedom as well. And so I've got a little deal for you. If you would like to host a class, oh my goodness, it's easier now than ever. We're just doing classes online right now because that's what everybody's most comfortable with. So we can set up a class on Zoom. I can teach for you. You invite your friends and family, and we all just enjoy. I can send you samples if you don't have enough oils to pass around, or you can use your own oils to send out samples so that everybody has a little something to experience while we're teaching the class. We can figure out all of that. But in the meantime, nobody has to clean their house. Nobody has to bake brownies. We all just come as we are and gather virtually and learn about oils. So it's a great use of our time and our technology to just keep the love flowing. If this is of interest to you, I have a special gift. I'm going to give you a keychain just for saying, yes, I'll host a class. And then depending on how many people come to your class, I'm going to fill up your keychain with oils that you love. So let me know if you're more interested in that, and we can connect. So what I want you to do is text me. There are 3 different things that I want you to text me. First, if you're ready to enroll, I want you to tell me either what kit you're interested in, or if you need some help, send me your top 3 health goals and concerns, however you did that, and I'll help you figure out which kit is best for you. And of course, don't just text me. If it's someone else who has invited you, then please text that person. Whoever you are in connection with, that's who I want you to text. If you're not sure who invited you, or I invited you, or you just found us online, then please text me. My phone is 614-266-2210. That's 614-266-2210. I want you to text me which kit you want if you're ready to enroll. Then number 2, I want you to let me know if you are a live, a share, or a build person. And finally, let me know if you'd like to host a class. And also feel free to throw in any questions that you have, and we can address those as well. We can always set up a one-on-one to talk. And since I'm asking you to do something, then I want to let you know what I'm going to do for you. And this may vary depending on who you connected with for the class, but just reach out to your person and ask what they're going to do for you. But this is what you can expect from me. I give a welcome packet to each new person who enrolls with me. I'm going to give you a personal one-on-one wellness consultation. That's 30 minutes of time dedicated to you and your needs, how to use the oils that you ordered with your membership, and then how to maximize your membership going forward. And that is entirely tailored to you. That's not just an off-the-shelf pre-designed thing that I just spit out at you. That's why I would like to know what are your top 3 health goals and concerns, so that I can start understanding where you're coming from and what you need, so I can tailor that consultation to you specifically. And then it's your time to ask whatever questions and just start building that relationship, because this is not the type of decision that you're going to make. Say you went to a party and you bought some makeup or a handbag, and then you're just going to take that home, and then that's where the relationship ends. This is actually the beginning of a beautiful friendship. So from this point forward, this is just the start. You're going to get access to education and training, a whole community. We do regular giveaways. We have a lot of fun, and you're going to get the ongoing support you need, whether you're just living that wellness lifestyle, sharing it with others, or building a business to benefit your family and make a splash in the world around you. That's all I have for our formal class and presentation tonight. If you've been here live, I am just going to wrap, and then I will come back to the Zoom room and promote everyone to a panelist so that we can visit in person, answer ask any questions, get answers, comments, visit for a little bit. But for those of you who have been watching the recording, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Reach out, make sure you text either me or the person who invited you. And as always, here's to your continued health and wellness. Thanks so much for being here.